Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and as you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be giving you 10 tips on how to look expensive and classy on a budget. I've seen so much content around this topic and definitely read a lot about it. I'm personally all about self-improvement, and the more you can learn how to present yourself in the best way, I think that's just so exciting for me. But even more exciting is doing all of this on a budget. So rule number one is less is more. And I feel like we've all heard this, but let me explain exactly why. So say you can't afford a big piece of jewelry, opting for, say, a large piece of fake jewelry is going to kind of cheapen your look more than not using any jewelry at all. So focus on what you can afford and what you can enhance, and what you can't afford, just kind of leave it off to the side. I promise you, it'll look so much better. Next one is for dressing, and that is to dress in neutrals. That means anything in like the beige and kind of cream categories, grays, coarse black, and just for instance, a whole like white outfit just looks crisp and clean. Anytime that you look really clean, it just automatically looks expensive. Another good tip is to go monochromatic. So basically that means staying in the same shade family from head to toe. Incredibly sophisticated look and will make you look like $1,000,000. All right, the next tip is how you carry yourself. And I remember hearing this tip a lot when I was younger, and I used to think, but yeah, what is the correct way? And main point in this category is being polite. I think our society oftentimes associates snobbery with class. And I think that couldn't be any more wrong. I think someone that is high class, I think someone that looks expensive is polite. I don't care if you are a billionaire and say someone is bringing you room service or someone is cleaning your apartment, or anyone in any way is servicing you, it is your absolute duty to be polite. And having manners is one of those things sometimes that money can't buy, and that's why it's going to set you apart. Another way you can practice is just to be calm, cool, and collected. And of course, this does come with time and practice. And I think this definitely comes easier with age. The next time that something doesn't go your way and you are all flustered, just try and take a second, try and think about what you can do, if there is anything you can do, and just take a moment first, and then assess whether there is something you can do, and then you can do it with a much more calm mind. Anyone can be happy and cool when things are going great. You see a person's true like caliber and personality when things aren't going right. All right, and this wouldn't be an Ellebangs video if I didn't talk about hair and makeup and beauty. And therefore, the next tip is to invest in your grooming. I honestly think that a big portion of your budget for just beauty and looking your best should absolutely go into grooming. You can absolutely have the most stunning, most expensive outfit. If your hair, your skin, and your makeup doesn't look right, you are not gonna look great. But if your hair is on point, if your skin looks healthy and glowy, and say you are wearing maybe a $20, $30 outfit, you will still look amazing. And a combination of everything is what's going to pull everything together. And that means not having great hair but bad skin, or having great skin but throwing your hair up in a bun after 4th day hair. And a lot of these things don't really cost you money every day. Like, say for instance, blowing out your hair. It's really just spending that time on yourself that day, but it's not necessarily expensive, but it's going to make a world of difference for your appearance. I think because we are all so busy, I think we are so much more prone to buy, say, I don't know, like an $80 hair product or a tool or something that we think is going to simplify our life, rather than actually taking 15-20 minutes a day to do something to actually improve your look. So my point is, you can actually spend a lot less if you put in a little bit more effort. Another point, and this kind of falls under hair and makeup and skin, but that is nails. If you think about it, I mean, unless you're like in freezing cold weather where you're wearing gloves, your hands are always out. Just like your hair, just like your face. So don't neglect your hands. And if you can't afford a manicure or that's really just not your thing, moisturize. Keep your cuticles healthy and just your nails at least maintained. The next one is confidence. And I do think this one's slightly a little bit different in regards to how you carry yourself. Confidence is something that really does come from within. And again, this is another thing that for me, at least, it has come with age. And I feel personally, the older I get, the less I have to prove. When you actually believe in yourself and you actually think, I am an amazing person, I have accomplished a lot of things that I want to accomplish, you start to believe in yourself more than having to kind of put on this front that you are confident. And when you start to believe that every single day, that shows. And I mean it whether you are, out there dating or you're trying to land that dream job. When you are just happy with yourself, there's something about that that just draws people to you and your energy. And again, that's something that money really can't buy. But I personally think confidence is 50% of looking great. Okay, so my last two tips are actually going to be about when you do decide to purchase, say, something a little more expensive or you're ready to invest in something. So my first tip with that is shop pre-loved. Honestly, some of my favorite designer pieces I have bought pre-owned. A while back, I used to be so weirded out by that, or even like buying stuff online, because I was like, how are you ever going to be sure that it is authentic? But now there's so many options that do authenticate products before they sell them that I think that fear is no longer an issue. And personally, it's great for the environment. Someone else that was over their designer item, they get to pass it on to someone that really wants it. And definitely all about recycling designer items, if you can call it recycling. All right, and the last tip is if you are going to spend money on one big statement piece, what should you spend your money on? For a long time, I used to always think a handbag more than shoes, because shoes do get ruined. I actually had this big thing that I never wanted to own designer shoes because I thought they will for sure get ruined. They're on the floor. Like, why would I want to buy a designer thing to literally throw on the floor that goes on the floor every single day? Now, my mentality on that has changed a little bit in that the fabrication of the shoe is better materials are used, and therefore more comfort and all of that. But shoes aside and handbags aside, I think the one piece that you can buy that is going to stand the test of time, is going to retain its value, but that it's definitely going to elevate your look, that is a watch. And that's definitely another thing that, had you asked me 5-10 years ago, I used to think like expensive designer watches are just so silly. I don't care if I was a billionaire, I would not spend $20,000 to $30,000 on a watch. And not that I'm saying that I'm willing to do that now or that I can afford to do that now, but I do see the value in it. I also think it's the one piece of jewelry, if you want to call it that you can pass down. Just an example, say a Rolex. It is timeless. A 20-year-old Rolex still looks amazing, incredible today if it is taken care of and still looks pristine. Normally a 10-year-old Rolex watch will most likely retain its value, if not go up in value. So you're never going to feel bad for having spent money on that if it is something that you can actually genuinely afford. And it's a timepiece, so I think just that reason, I've actually heard that in some cultures it is tradition for the father of the groom to give a watch either to his son or to the bride, because they are giving them time, which is the one thing, again, we cannot buy. And obviously you're not actually buying time, but it's a cute kind of tradition, I guess. Anyway, I hope you guys have found these tips helpful. I hope you've learned maybe one thing from watching this. That is always my goal with my videos. If you guys have any other tips that you like to follow that you think I have missed, leave them down below. Even on Instagram, sometimes a lot of you guys will send me like private messages and it's like incredible information. I'm always like, I wish you had posted this in the comments so that someone else can learn this as well. So anytime you guys have recommendations, leave them down below, even if it has nothing to do with this video. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So anyway, thank you for spending these a few minutes with me. I know that there is so much content out there, and I do mean incredible content. So the fact that you have picked me, I can't tell you how much that means to me. So thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed yet, click that red button down below and click that notification bell. You will just be notified on YouTube anytime that I've uploaded a new video. I keep getting comments on my newer videos saying like, oh, I haven't seen you in forever. I've been like looking for your videos and I thought you hadn't uploaded in months. And in reality, I've actually started uploading an additional vlog video a week along with my usual Saturday videos. So don't forget to check those out. All right, thank you so much for watching. I love you and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.